There is no Christian genocide happening in Nigeria, and these claims exist to further U.S. interests in the region. There is no credible evidence or international reports of a targeted, deliberate Christian genocide by Boko Haram. And the talking points surrounding this by U.S. political actors are rooted in misinformation and are not supported by the datasets. Now that being said, Boko Haram's attacks on Christians, including massacres, church attacks, and kidnappings, are absolutely real. Now this violence is absolutely real. To say that no violence against Christians exists is as equally wrong as saying that it is a targeted, deliberate Christian genocide. The truth lies somewhere in the middle. Boko Haram is an extremist, Salafist terrorist group that has attacked churches and mosques, meaning their victims are both Christian and Muslim. Independent conflict data sets and media analysis shows many Muslim victims. Some data projects actually report more Muslim deaths than Christian deaths in recent multi-year periods. And this is in line with the statistics behind multiple international insurgency groups. The vast majority of terror victims are Muslim. And these attacks generally focus on Muslims they consider apostates or collaborators. So multiple data sets actually show that the number of Muslim victims is either equal to or even greater than the number of Christian victims. And this isn't to say that Christian deaths don't exist or are somehow less valuable than Muslim deaths. The question is just in the scale of it. The claims of a targeted Christian genocide just aren't supported by the datasets. The reason these claims are amplified to such a degree, though, especially in U.S. political circles, is the way that this feeds into the broader geopolitical matrix. The U.S. is specifically advancing this rhetoric as a pretext to protecting its interests in the region. And I'll give you one guess as to what that interest is. Spoiler alert, it's oil. Nigeria is actively reshaping its oil sector, emphasizing domestic refining and reducing their reliance on imports. Nigeria is moving towards greater energy sovereignty, moving their crude oil specifically to domestic refineries rather than exports. This is something that would drastically shift the global oil supply and value chain. That domestic prioritization could be seen as a threat to U.S. oil interests. And the U.S. is no stranger to propping up insurgency groups when their oil interests are threatened. There are credible reports that the U.S. was previously involved in funding Boko Haram. So not only are they responsible for pushing the narrative of a Christian genocide, they are also responsible for funding the people who are allegedly enacting it. All of this as a means to undercut Nigeria's oil sovereignty and impose our own interests on the state, the exact way that we had done in the entire Middle East.